Good morning, LA. It's breakfast time. Oh man, that was weird. Today on breakfast time, we're going to be having Toluca Lake's probably most famous restaurant, period, Patys restaurant. Patys has been an institution since the 60s in Toluca Lake. And I believe that even before then it was called Gabby's, and then it was renamed Patys. It's a hangout for stars who live and work in the Toluca Lake area, or in the Burbank area. Warner Brothers Studios is actually just down the road, is a staple of Riverside Drive in Toluca Lake. On this delicious looking plate, we have real pork bacon. We've got 2 scrambled eggs, and we have 3 gorgeous, golden, fluffy pancakes. Before we dig in, I'm gonna do a little bit of housekeeping. If you're new to the channel, we are going to be rating this delicious looking plate of food in 4 categories. Number 1 is taste. Number 2 is portion size. Number 3 is the complexity or the beautiful simplicity. And number 4 is value. Now, with that out of the way, it's time to take our first bite. Normally what I would do with pancakes very first is I would butter them up, but there's no butter that came in the bag, so I'm not going to use any. But I am going to use the packet of syrup that they gave me. This is called Holland's table syrup, and the first ingredient is high fructose corn syrup, and the second ingredient is corn syrup. So it's corn syrup. So I'm just gonna dig in, tear that open like that. Definitely not difficult. Definitely didn't have to stab it with a fork first. And pour it over like that. And dig in here. I'm just gonna take your classic 1950s style triangle, where I get all 3. The bottom one kind of split in half on me, but here we go. First bite. Just finished the first bite, and it's absolutely great. I mean, I wouldn't recommend going for all 3 pancakes at once. The pancakes are really fluffy, nice and soft. They have a really nice sweetness to the cake itself, and then obviously the maple syrup comes in. Let's try some of this other stuff. As I said, there's only bacon and eggs on this plate, so this will be nice and quick. But let's try this bacon. I've been eyeing this bacon for a little bit here, and I just want to dig in. So the bacon is great. That piece had like a really nice crisp crunch to it, but not so much that it was burnt and flavorless. Also, I don't think I got any syrup on it, but it had like a mapley sort of smoky flavor that's just baked into it. This is like the really good stuff. So kudos to them on that. And then let's finally just try the eggs. I mean, eggs are eggs, but as we've talked about on this channel, eggs are eggs, but they're not actually. So I definitely got some syrup, some residual syrup onto the eggs, and that definitely helped. I feel like, they were fine. They're great, totally exactly what you expect diner eggs. So overall, we have a really, really solid plate of food here. I just want to go back to the pancakes one more time. I had another bite of the pancakes instead of having all 3 and just stuffing them all in. I just took 1. One thing I will say, and I wasn't sure if it was because I had 3 at once or if it was the actual pancakes, and completely, open and honest here, like, this is not as fresh a pancake as it would be if you ordered it at the store. I want to make sure that's very clear because I am going to be slightly critical of this pancake. It's a little bit dry to me, which I think has more to do with the fact that it's been sitting out for a little bit and less to do with the actual pancake, because you can taste a lot of flavor in there. You can even taste like the little hints of vanilla that seems like they may have put into the batter. I mean, it's just overall, like, this is a really, really solid pancake, but it is a little on the dry side, and even with syrup, I still do need to reach for the water. That's my only criticism of the entire plate. I mean, overall, this plate is awesome. I wanted to do this plate of food because this, to me, is a symbol of Americana. You know, if I was to pick a film genre that is a staple of American filmmaking, it's the Western. If there's one thing, food-wise, that defines Americana to me, it's the diner. What the diner experience is for me. You know, it's pancakes and it's bacon and it's eggs. So, considering this is 4th of July weekend, you know, I wanted to do something that was like the all-American breakfast. And this is the only thing that would come to mind. Anytime I talk to anybody about what the all-American breakfast was, this is what everyone said. To me, this is what America does absolutely the best. Let's get real for a second. I know you came here for the breakfast content, and you've now gotten, in the last 2 weeks, me talking about a book and a Western short film. But America's in a tough time right now. You know, COVID never really went anywhere, but it's really surging in a lot of places, especially here in Los Angeles and across the country. And people are celebrating the 4th of July in a lot of places in their homes by themselves or with their families. A lot of families this year celebrated the 4th of July without a loved one due to the coronavirus. So I'm going to put a link down in the description where you can donate and make sure that you can help some of these families out. And so I wanted to do an all-American breakfast because I think it's something that we can all do to remember in a very, very minor way why we love America. Not everyone does, but I do. That's my soliloquy on that. Let's move out of the serious stuff and let's get into the ratings of this plate of food. In terms of taste, the overall plate, and that's what we're rating, the whole plate, is an 8. This is 10 bacon. I want this bacon on every plate of food I ever get. For portion size, 10 out of 10. I mean, I got at least 4 strips of bacon, I got 2 scrambled eggs, and I got 3 pancakes. There is absolutely no way I'm gonna finish this entire plate of food. No shot. Beautiful simplicity, I'm gonna go 10 again. No frills here. There's no extra stuff. Doesn't even come with a fruit cup. Although, I will say, and I know that, you know, we're gonna go a little long on the ratings here, but I actually did order a fruit cup just to eat as a snack before I filmed this episode. And the fruit cup was literally just cantaloupe and our good friend honeydew. Patys, you're better than that. Get rid of that honeydew. Then we get to value. And value to me, I'm gonna go 9.5. This is about as close to a perfect value as you can get. This entire plate of food is $12.99. It's 13 bucks. And for 3 pancakes, 4 strips of bacon, 2 eggs, and at this quality level, I think that's pretty tough to beat. That gives us a total score of 37.5 out of 40. That's way higher than even I was expecting. Overall, I cannot recommend this enough. Go over to Patys. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. It really means a lot to me. Did you guys like that intro? Let me know down in the comments. And if you know of a place in the greater LA area that has great breakfast like this that I absolutely need to check out, leave that down in the comments as well. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you know every single time that we upload new videos. I'll see you next week on Breakfast Time.